What was the relation of François Morellet to the American conceptual artists?
I think François Morellet was actually very admiring of productions and creativity in the US. He came really early on. He actually even owned an apartment in Soho and visited his dear friend Elworth Kelly in 1961. They met in Paris in the early 1950s, and he was really interested in the development of minimal painting. He looked a lot at Jackson Pollock as well, or Bernard Newman. The very idea of scale, and this is what we see with this series, which was exhibited in Paris at the Musée d'Art Moderne de la Ville de Paris. Quand j'étais petit, je ne faisais pas grand, blowing up by 4 initial masterpieces that he made in 1952.
But what about Sol LeWitt? His relation?
It is true. There has been very interesting conversations and studies of François Morellet's relationship to American artists, minimal and conceptual artists, with Sol LeWitt. Yvan Labois, for instance, who published a fascinating case study in October last year, proposed the hypothesis of pseudomorphism. What happens and what does it mean when two artists who don't necessarily know each other, who share a certain sensibility or attitude toward art making, produce works that are seemingly extremely, if not identical, similar. I think the share of notion of depersonalizing art making, trying to attain a certain neutrality, objectivity, while developing systems, is something that they both shared. But within their own practices, establish different bodies of works that I think are both entirely legitimate and have their own meanings, really.
But did they meet later?
Actually, I do not think they met in person. I know, though, that when Sol LeWitt had his first retrospective exhibition in 1978 at MoMA, François Morellet and his wife Danielle attended, and I think were quite interested and touched to see that Sol LeWitt did not forget the controversy that had taken place in 1973 through flash art, and indicated in his catalog, commenting upon his work, that he felt sorry that there was such a misunderstanding, really, and that he felt that Morellet was definitely a very able artist.
Merci.